Hey everyone, it's Heidi and welcome back to this week's episode of Baby Name Sunday. Now, for today's list, I pulled this one for this week and you guys wanted to see color-inspired names. Now, this is not going to be just your average color name list. We are going to have color names in different languages. We're going to have direct color names, but we're also going to have some really fun, creative color names that you might find maybe in like an art store or something a little bit more fun and bold, but always usable. So I did ask you guys to send in some of your submissions for this list. So I want to give a big thank you to everybody who sent in some names over on Instagram and also here on YouTube. So appreciated, and man, we have a list today. Before I get into it, if this is one of your very first videos of me that you are watching, my name is Heidi and every single Sunday I upload baby names list here on YouTube. Please go over to Instagram, go check me out. It's at Baby Name Sunday. I'll have it right here and link down in the description. Let's get into today's list of really fun and unique color inspired names. All right, so we're gonna start off on the girls side today. So first name here I have is the name Gingerline. This one is awesome. If you want that nickname Ginger, you have that line ending, which is kind of trendy right now. This one is kind of like a reddish yellowish hue. It has a little bit of orange hints in it. And this color, Gingerline, actually symbolizes enthusiasm and positivity, which makes sense. It's kind of like a fresh sounding name. You know, it has that pep to it. And then onto our first boy's name on the list here I have is the name Copen, spelled C-O-P-E-N. Super sweet sounding. This one is a light vintage blue color with a little hint of green. And this one actually is associated with peace and also more of a calming color. It's so cute, so sweet sounding. And Copen's actually the descriptive term for the shade of blue. So really cool. You definitely find it in the paint store and I thought it was kind of crafty. And then next one here is a unisex name, and this is the name Lazuli, spelled L-A-Z-U-L-I. So this one is derived from the Persian stone and it's a rich, deep, kind of celestial blue. It's really bold and this one actually symbolizes wisdom and truth. I love this, and I love how you can do either lapis, would be kind of a cool name as well. And then another one on the boy side I have here is the name Mauro, spelled M-A-V-R-O. Now this one's a Greek originated name meaning black. It's actually a fruit name as well. It's a grape that's grown on the island of Cyprus, which I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So it has some fruitiness to it, but it means black, Mauro. Kind of handsome because black is a symbol of power, mystery, and strength. Another unisex choice on the list here is the name Maroon, spelled M-A-R-O-O-N. And this color, maroon, is like a darkish brownish red, but it also could be a brownish purple as well. Maroon's actually derived from a French word meaning brown, which is marron. And it's a symbol of confidence, passion, and beauty. Perfect for behind a girl. Those traits are absolutely everything. Moving on to a Scottish name on the list. This one is the name Alpin, so A-L-P-I-N. It means white, and it kind of reminds me of like alpine mountains, like those tips, you know, snow on the tops, on the caps of the mountains. Oh my gosh, this is such a picturesque scene. I love it. It's kind of like a wintry style name as well, so maybe if you're having a little boy in the next upcoming few months here, perfect for a little subtle winter baby, literally meaning white. Moving back over to the girl side, I have the name Chiffon, so C-H-I-F-F-O-N. It's so sweet but really elegant sounding. It's a white or like a light soft yellow. Reminds me of like a chiffon cake or like a chiffon lemon pie. Chiffon is a light sheer fabric, but I just picture it as like a little girl with this zesty personality. And then speaking of personality, this next one here is, I feel like more so a girl's name. It's a direct color name. It's the name Sepia, spelled S-E-P-I-A. Two ways you can pronounce this, sepia or sepia. This one's a reddish brownish color, but totally giving me vintage vibes because it's associated with photography all the way back of the 19th and 20th century. That color that you see in all those photographs. Now next one here is for everyone who loves the name Rose. Now I did a little twist on the name because it's just Such a classic and just such a staple color name. This is the name Rosewen, spelled R-O-S-E-W-E-N. This one represents those red and pink hues, symbolizing love and romance, but I love this one as it sounds familiar, but it's definitely uncommon. I have another floral name here, so uncommon, I don't know why I haven't thought of this before. It's the name Daffodil, spelled D-A-F-F-O-D-I-L. How in the world have I not thought of this before? Daffodils are gorgeous yellow flowers, and the name is derived from Greek roots, and this one's actually associated with rebirth but also with new beginnings, so perfect for a unique spring baby. Sticking in the yellow color family I have is the name Canaria, spelled C-A-N-A-R-I-A, or you could even do canary, which represents that yellow bird. So cool. It has those nature sounds. It's animal inspired, and they're actually a symbol of happiness and joy. So perfect for a bright little glowing nature baby. Next name on the list here is unisex, and this one's more of a descriptive color name. So this is the name Dusk, spelled D-U-S-K, and this one's referring to that dusty purple hue that you see in the sky after the sunset, and more in that twilight time of the night. I'm loving this as either a middle name spot, but also that first name spot, and purple itself is a symbol of wealth, magic, and peace, kind of representing that peace at the end of the day. To switch it up a bit, this one's more cutesy for a girl. I have the name Mint, spelled M-I-N-T. So this one's a herb name, kind of cool, but also the color is like that pastel-y green. It really brings a sense of like tranquility to me because it's in that spectrum of more pastel colors. They're always more calming, but really delicate and cutesy. Speaking of cute, this next one here is also another one that I feel is just along the lines of Mint, and this is the name Blush, spelled B-L-U-S-H. Again, this is a pastel color as well, but more of a light pink shade. So fun. Imagine like Mint or Minty and Blush as like siblings. Even for middle names, I know some people would find that a little bit too bold, but I think it's just so fun. Blush has actually been used as far back as the 1590s. Has a little hint of vintage, but it reminds me of the sky color at sunrise. Now to switch it up a bit, this is more of a bold statement name. So this is the name Neon, spelled N-E-O-N. This one describes a bold and vibrant shade of any kind of color. I like this as a loud color name. It gives off personality, and I feel like the little girl or boy would be very spunky. Now, to get a little bit more dainty, I have the name Lace, spelled L-A-C-E. Now, this is a fabric name related to more of that off-white color. It's very chic. It's from French origins, and it has this sense of elegance and romance to it as well. Next one here is the name Ecru, spelled E-C-R-U. This one's a light creamy khaki color, and ecru actually refers to the unbleached color of linen. So it has this softness to the name. Ecru sounds like a tomgirl's name, like tomboy, girl, has an edge to it, but the softness of it gives it that balance. Next one here, I actually have a boy's option and a girl's option. So I have the name Morado, spelled M-O-R-A-D-O. This one's Spanish and Portuguese, meaning deep violet. And for a girl, I have the name Mora, M-O-R-A, and that one means blueberry. Blueberries are that deep violet color. Morado means deep violet, and purple itself symbolizes royalty and elegance. It also is a symbol of wealth as well. This next one here, I more so see it for a boy, but I can totally see it for a girl as well. So this is the name Viridian, spelled V-I-R-I-D-I-A-N. So this one's a blue-green hue, like a shade of like a dark spring green, and it actually promotes peace and tranquility, coming from the Latin word meaning green. Now, speaking of green, I have another name here, but this one's Japanese rooted. So this is the name Midori, spelled M-I-D-O-R-I. Like I just said, it's Japanese originated, referring to the green hue of vegetation. In Japanese culture, green is a traditional color of fertility and growth. This is actually Davian's favorite name on the list. He's actually seen it in a lot of anime movies as characters and anime series, which I thought was really interesting, and I love the power behind it. Maybe for a rainbow baby's name, Midori. So cool. Now moving on to a shorter name on the list, only 3 letters. This is the name Rua, spelled R-U-A. And this one's an Irish originated name directly meaning something of a reddish color or maybe red-haired. Love this one as red is a symbol of passion and love, but it also represents adventure. All right, so to switch it up a bit, next one here is more of a descriptive color name for the shade blue. So this is the name Tahoe. It's an English word derived from a Native American word meaning the lake. So this one's referring to a shade, it's like a light shade of cyan blue. So it's a blue with a hint of green. And this one symbolizes relaxation, just like the color of the lagoon in the tropics when you are on vacation. That is the color Tahoe blue. Next one here is also another descriptive name. So this is the name Nuit, spelled N-U-I-T. It's the French word for night, which represents the color black. And this one's like a dark yet romantic sounding name, like Nuit. Any French name just makes my shoulder go like this, and it has such a romance to it. Now on to another Irish name here. I have the name Bon, spelled B-A, and then the A has a fada on it, and then an N, Bon. You can also take off the fada and just do it B-A-N, or you can do B-O-N, kind of like Bon Iver, like the artist, the musician. Bon is the Irish word for white. I love how handsome it is. It's only one syllable, and white itself represents goodness, but also positivity. So it has great omen behind it, and so sweet for a shorter boy's name. Next one here is a very beautiful but coastal sounding name. So this is the name Laguna, spelled L-A-G-U-N-A, and Laguna represents that blue kind of ocean hue. It's so charming but very rich color, so cool for like a naturey, like beach babe name. Like I can totally picture a little girl being named Laguna. She lives on the beach, maybe in California. I don't know, it just symbolizes that beach babe to me. My next two names here have a meaning that represents the color red. So this one's more of a vintage name here. I have the name Clancy, spelled C-L-A-N-C-Y. So this one's a vintage Irish surname meaning red warrior. Clancy though was actually used quite a bit in the 1950s and 1960s. You'll see it trending and peak quite a bit. It's such a sweet sounding name, but because it has that representation of red, strength, power, energy is behind that name. That's the traits behind a warrior. So this one's that great balance name. Next one here that also has red in the meaning is the name Altan, spelled A-L-T-A-N. Now this one's a Turkish name meaning red dawn. Right away, I thought of the name Dusk, and I was like, oh, Altan Dusk. Imagine that name from dusk to dawn as the meaning. Like, oh, I think it's so cool. This could also be a really strong sibling name for Clancy and Altan. I feel like they work so well together as well. And then moving back over to the girls side of the list, I have is the name Zydra, spelled Z-Y-D-R-A. So Zydra is a Lithuanian name meaning light blue directly. I love this as like a futuristic sounding color name. It has the Z at the beginning, so cool. It almost has this water vibe to it, which gives it that sense of calm and tranquility, just like the water. It's very calm and tranquil. Last few names on the list here. Next one here is the name Afra, spelled A-F-R-A. It's an Arabic name referring to like a whitish red color, almost like the color of dust. And this one is so powerful. It's linked to the color of purity, sacredness, and spirituality in many religions, which I found very powerful to have behind a girl's name. Afra, short, sweet, and simple with such power behind it. Speaking of powerful sounding, I have another boy's name here. It's the name Celadon, spelled C-E-L-A-D-O-N. How cool is this? Celadon is like a jade green color. It's like a soft grayish green hue, and it's believed to bring growth, harmony, and freshness. I have another Z name on the list here. It's the name Zurine, spelled Z-U-R-I-N-E. This one's Basque originated, meaning white. I love the nickname Zuri for this one. Zurine as the full name and Zuri as the nickname. Zuri means beautiful in Kiswahili, so stunning name for a little girl. And then that brings me to another stunning name on the list. Yes, as you guys can see, the whole crew joined me. So this next one here is the name Azula, spelled A-Z-U-L-A. So this one's a feminine form of the Spanish name azul, meaning blue. And this one's a symbol of the sky and the sea, but also loyalty, intelligence, and the heavens. So gorgeous if you're wanting even like a nickname Zula. Oh my goodness, I was totally thinking of Zurine and Azula for siblings. You have Zuri and Zula for nicknames. And then we're down to the last two names here. This one's a boy's name. It's the name Albion, spelled A-L-B-I-O-N. Now this one, nickname could be Albie. How precious. That one I find is an up and coming name. Like it's trending, but it's still uncommon right now. So you guys gotta snatch it up. And Albion comes from the Latin name Albus. Albus Dumbledore. Harry Potter vibes here, which also means white. Also this one, which I thought was super cool, and it kind of makes it a nature water themed name too. It refers to the whiteness of the cliffs seen from the sea. And then last name on the list here. So just like Rosewin and Gingerline, I felt like those two names were really great options, unique options to Ginger and Rose. So this one is a unique option to Olive, and this is the name Olivine, spelled O-L-I-V-I-N-E. Nickname Olive, nickname Vine, nickname Ollie. There is so many great nicknames from this one. So this one's Latin originated, meaning olive tree, so referring to that olive green color. And olive green, great meaning behind this. It represents the traditional color of peace, which, man, this is perfect for a little girl, little nature baby, boho-ish, but feminine as well. Olivine, so gorgeous. So that is it with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this really different and unique color name list. It's hard to find a video that doesn't have just like the simple basic colors, and I really wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit more bold and crafty, and definitely creative names from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. Can you say bye-bye to my baby boy? Bye-bye. Say have a good day. Good day. And say happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. Today's Sunday, tomorrow is Thanksgiving for us. So we're gonna go stuff our faces now, okay? Bye. Stay safe. We couldn't say a full bye without Zayla saying bye. So she wanted to say bye and happy Thanksgiving as well. From our family to yours. Go ahead. Bye. Say see you. See you soon. Bye guys. Bye.